Hello and welcome to Whitwell and Anderson. This is going to be a video about the history of Consumer Price Index and the history of COLAs, which are the adjustments that are given yearly. Now I guess you're wondering why this is here, and you're wondering why this is here, okay? And you probably haven't seen this and this. Now if you stick with the whole video, it's going to be these objects that are going to make you understand how everything works. Okay. The history of the CPI and the COLA index. The purpose of the cost of living adjustment, or COLA, is a method to determine the increase of the price, or the increase given to certain groups. These groups are, on a yearly basis, are typically Social Security recipients, retirees, Social Security disabled, SSI, supplementary insurance, and any type of government service. The increase is done by a cost of living adjustment. Also federal employees. And in addition, most of the states, their funds that they use in transfers to people are this COLA is used in order to get that percentage to them. In 1884 is when the Department of Labor first decided to look at this, and the U.S. Department of Commerce Department acquired this function in 1902. In 1913, they developed the Consumer Price Index, and it was at first used just as a reference tool, and today, actually, we still use that tool. It's evolved somewhat. We're going to get into that. In 1960, the Bureau of Labor Statistics produced an annual survey on what was going on. And in 1971, we get the first evidence of the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, as you may know. There were two types. There was CPI-W, which was for clerical workers, and the CPI-U, which was a general type standard. It wasn't until 1972 and so when they started giving automatic cost of living increases. It was that long. And what this is all based upon is what is called a basket of goods. We're going to go into that in a minute. But we need to talk one moment about a base year. You need a base year in order to figure out whether things have been increasing or decreasing. Something as an average, you can pretty much say. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, or every 10 years, there is a base year, and within that base year, they have something called a basket of goods. Now we're getting close to what these things are here. The basket of goods changes every 10 years. In the basket of goods, which is the measurement of items that they put pricing to, so they can figure out whether the prices are going up or down, usually have food, housing, clothing, transportation, medical, recreation, education, communications. It's mainly about 200 items. But there's a problem with doing something every 10 years. And there's a problem with the basket of goods. And this is a problem that really makes this program a little bit difficult. The cost of living, or the CPI index, typically does not involve anyone who lives in a rural area. Another thing to be concerned with is that new products, when they come, you have to wait 10 years before these products are introduced into the basket of goods. And that's where is going to be evident. There's also something called substitution bias, where people tend to substitute. And again, I'm going to show you how that works. And there's quality changes. Obsolescence of products, all over 10 years. Urban families, again, are only included in this. And, well, let's get to it now. Let's say in the basket of goods, for the first 6 months, this product's in it. And for some reason, either it becomes scarce or the price goes up and people decide to buy this. So for the next 9 years, this price is gonna be omitted from the basket of goods. And this product here was only used for a couple of months is gonna be in for 10 years. That right there creates a problem and a bias that products can become obsolete or price themselves out of the market. Now, let me show you another type of bias that does happen is quality changes come along. Think about your phone. Think 10 years ago you had a flip phone. Apple introduces a new phone every 18 months. So the problem is that obsolescence, there's no way obsolescence is inside the basket of goods. And the final way is new products. Follow this. If you're old enough, you remember these. And then you probably remember these. And then you probably remember this. And then you probably remember this. And then you probably remember this. And then you remember this. Alright, so these are all new products. Which one's in the basket of goods? See, that's the problem when you look at the CPI. That's the whole, besides some other elements which we'll go into another time. So, I'd like to thank you for your time. Definitely subscribe. Definitely give me a like. And have a great day. Bye.